like, my heart is beating out of my chest right now, seeing this many people here for our world premiere. I'm from Iowa, Dubuque, Iowa. If you look at, represent. We really tried to set out to make a unique kind of twist on the time travel sci-fi genre and really keep it character-driven. So I want to introduce these guys and keep this pretty short, but this guy right here, Jackson Cooper Gango, he is the cinematographer for the film. Jeb Metzger, here he is the producer on the film. And this handsome ginger over here is the lead actor, Chad Meyer.
It was, like 14 hours a day, sometimes 16 hours. But I don't know, when you're in it and doing it, it's the greatest thing that you can possibly do, in my opinion, when you're with a crew that you trust and your friends.
You know, as an actor, it was the most amazing, emotional, touching and inspiring thing to have a director and the writer who was so passionate about their project that he was getting so creative and so involved and so thoughtful. I think that's very rare.
The sound seemed to be almost a character in itself. I grew up in the Midwest, and the crunching of the snow and the turning of the key in the lock, those are so common in the Midwest.
The trains.
Yeah.
But we took the red out, like when he was walking out, that it wasn't just like a field, like that was a frozen Mississippi. So we were hoping it wasn't going to be ironic, and then we fell in.
All these guys are pretty young, and the rest of the filmmakers are all kind of fresh out of school, and they're all excited, and they're like, we're making this film, and it's a period piece. It's set in 1997.
I wanted to set it in the time where the internet was still very new and buggy and weird, and people didn't really know what to expect of it. You're still having to log on with dial-up modems. Everything was still going at like a creeping pace. Internet, or the websites look like crap. You know what I mean? If you see a website from like all those Angel Fire websites and stuff like that. And, it just made sense that if something weird like this was going to happen, like to put it in that framework and to utilize stuff like the big box monitors and all that equipment. Because now, like, I have a computer right here in my pocket. Like, this isn't very interesting. It's amazing, that I can have a computer in my pocket, but there's something about those big monitors and all that kind of gear, like hunkered into a room, that fascinated us, and it was fun to play around with that kind of production design.
But what I didn't realize, because I was in front of the camera, was just how beautiful the film was shot, and Cooper just did an unbelievable, amazing job. I watched this thing up there, and I'm like,
we favored longer shots, and in the end we just ended up loving it, especially the scene, Chad, where he's sitting on the couch telling the story about you and Tom. I had I think 4 or 5 shots planned for that scene, and we did the one push in, and it was just loved it. That's it for the night.